we are going to start the topic fertilization. So first of all, pollination takes place by the transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma. When the pollen grain reaches the stigma, a pollen tube is formed. In the pollen tube, two male gametes are there, out of which one male gamete fuses with the egg. And when the male gamete or the male sex cell fuses with the egg cell, the process is known as fertilization. So what is fertilization? The process of fusion of male gamete with the female gamete. So when a pollen grain reaches the stigma, it begins to grow a pollen tube which travel down the style. This part, this is style part. Through this part, the pollen tube travels down to reach the ovule. So the basal part is ovary. Inside the ovary, what is present? This is ovule, and inside the ovule, egg is present. And the nucleus of pollen tube divide to form how many male gametes? Two male gametes. Out of these two male gametes, one male gamete fuses with the egg, right? And after fertilization, what is formed? Zygote is formed. So you can also learn it in steps. What is the process of fertilization? The pollen grain is deposited on the stigma of a flower, that is called pollination. Then pollen grain swells and begin to grow a pollen tube. After that, the pollen tube grows down through the style to reach the ovules which are present inside the ovary. And the nucleus of pollen tube divide to form two male gametes. One male gamete travels down the pollen tube and fuses with the egg. Zygote is formed. Then zygote divides several times, many times, and grows into embryo. Embryo is the part of seed which grows into a new plant or a seedling under favorable conditions, right? So in this way, a new plant is formed. Now seed formation. After fertilization, the sepal, petals and stamens fall off. The stigma and style also wither away, but the ovary and ovule, they remain, because the ovary changes into the fruit and ovule changes into the seed after fertilization. So बेटा आपको एग्जाम में क्वेश्चन आता है, what is the fate of sepals, petals, stamens after fertilization? तो आपको क्या आंसर देना है कि all these parts they fall off, they wither away, and the ovary containing the ovule, each with the fertilized egg, continues to grow. Zygote divides, grows into embryo which has two cotyledons and one embryonic axis, and the fertilized and developed ovule changes into seed. So what is the definition of a seed? Seed is a fertilized and mature ovule which can grow into a new plant under favorable conditions, right? तो आपको कौन कौन सी टर्म्स लर्न करनी है? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल फर्टिलाइजेशन, द फ्यूजन ऑफ मेल एंड फीमेल गेमीट इज कॉल्ड फर्टिलाइजेशन. देन व्हाट इज जाइगोट? द सिंगल सेल प्रोड्यूस्ड आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन इज कॉल्ड जाइगोट. एंड आफ्टर फर्टिलाइजेशन, what is the fate of ovary and ovule? Ovary develops into fruit and ovule develops into seeds. So you will learn these points. These are very important. Then after that, some fruits such as apple and pear, they are false fruits because their ovary does not form their main fleshy part. It remains as a small central part containing the seeds. बेटा देखो फ्रूट्स ना टू टाइप के होते हैं. ट्रू फ्रूट्स जो ओवरी से डेवलप होते हैं, फॉल्स फ्रूट जो ओवरी के अलावा किसी और पार्ट से बनते हैं. जैसे कि एप्पल और पियर जो फ्रूट है वो फॉल्स फ्रूट है क्योंकि इनमें जो ओवरी है उससे फ्रूट नहीं बना है. फ्रूट का जो एडिबल पार्ट है जिसे आप खाते हो ना, ये वाला पार्ट, ये ओवरी से नहीं बना, ये थैलेमस से बनता है, राइट? सो दीज आर नोन एज फॉल्स फ्रूट्स. थैंक यू.